in wherever you're watching me from. I'm going to be sharing this live now. Awa, you're welcome to the live. Let's go ahead and share the live this morning. If you're joining me for the first time, my name is Grace Lowen from GraceLawendhair. Welcome, Fahu. Welcome, Exit. Let's share the video. I'm going to share for you. Welcome, Annie Berry. You're welcome to the live. As you're just joining, let's go ahead and share. Let's go ahead and share. I'm going to be sharing the live from here. When you come in, just please, 3 things we have to do. Share the live, like the live, and support the live as much as you can. Thank you so much, and God bless you. Let me make sure that everything is set properly before we start our thank you, Drama, for Irene Linda for joining, the great woman. And Skidalina, you're welcome to the live. Thank you so much. Please, let's go ahead and tap. Let me make sure that all the volumes and everything are working. Then we'll go ahead and do our tutorial this morning. If you're joining me for the first time, Carolina, you're welcome. As you're joining, let's begin to tap. Somebody should volunteer, please. Bring your phone and tap, and let us get into the class. So what we do on this class is that we teach braids, how to braid hair. What is braiding? If you may ask, this is what I will teach. Braiding is a creative act that we braiders, we use this hair to showcase our artistic skill. You know that braiders, we are artists as well. But the only difference between braiders and the artists is that the artists, they use brushes and paint to paint on the wall. But we braiders, we use hair to showcase our skill. At this point, you notice that most braiders, you see the styles that are going on these days, you know that people are very, very creative. They will design different styles on the hair. You think very, very skillful. That is the work of a braider. What we use to showcase our own skill is the hair, right? So today, as you're joining me, or if you're joining me for the first time, you're highly welcome to the class. So now before we start our practicals, we'll be using this mannequin today to start the practicals. Before we start the practicals, by showing you different methods of how you can get extensions and start braiding, install your extensions. Thank you so much. As you're joining, let's begin to tap. Volunteer, please. Let's tap and share the videos. Tap and share the videos. Thank you so very much. I'm here in front of you doing mine. Please be able to help and tap on the screen so that we will not get restricted. So at the end of the day, you ask, most people will be asking, what is the benefit of these braids we are doing? The benefit of the braids you're doing is that it promotes your hair growth. Do you know that? Most people don't know that braiding promotes their hair growth. I'm going to be mentioning 2 points of the benefit of braiding. Then I'll mention 2 points of the benefit as a braider, as you deciding to be a braider, before we start our practical. This is how we do our lessons. But if you're here and you're joining me for the first time, you don't know how to braid at all, and you want me to do those lessons, kindly put it on the comment section. Then I'm going to teach you. Maybe tomorrow when we come on live, I'm going to teach you how to braid, how to start your braiding from the beginning. We're going to do it online, first class, then we'll move into the extension. So first thing, the benefit of doing braids on your hair is that it promotes your hair growth. And the second thing with a point of braiding hair is that it's a protective style. For instance, you have your hair, can you see it? When you put up your braid and you have it between 4 to 8 weeks, all you're going to notice is that you find out that the undergrowth, you find out that the root of your hair is start puffing up, growing. That means it has increased in size. Real Afro hairstyle. Okay, it has increased in size. And another thing is that with the extension and it's covering your natural hair, it protects your hair from breakage and from damage. So if you're here and you've not tried it by braiding your hair, especially those in the Western world where there's cold, if you leave your hair like that, your hair is going to just break off. You don't want to do that. So all you need to do is just gradually put your hair into braiding, or you put it on something that will not protect the hair from breaking. That is the 2 benefits I'm going to mention today about braids. Then 2 benefits as a braider. As a braider is that it will make you become a self-employed. You only work for yourself. Let's begin to tap, please. Let's tap and get other people in. And at the same time, let's make sure that the right signs that we'll be saying, Please, that love icon, please tap, 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 so that they will not think we're not doing anything online here. So another point I'm going to mention is that as a braider, it will make you become a self-employed, and you're going to be working on your own. Take your appointment at your convenient time. You don't need to work for anybody. Nobody will say you're fired from the job. No chance. As a braider, when you learn this skill, it's going to help you. If you have kids, you're going to be working with the kids while you're bringing them up. This is what I did. My kids were growing. I was there making an appointment at my convenience. So I'm working alongside with the kids. So that is what a braider will still give you, learning a skill. And at the same time, it will save you a lot of money. You can travel anywhere with yourself when you learn skills like this. You can easily relocate. You don't have to move shop. When you get to your next location, what you have to do is that, oh my God, just put it on the social media. This is my location now. If you want to braid your hair, come along, my dear. People will start coming to you. That's the benefit of having skill as a braiding. So that's the benefit of being a braider. So now, before we start our class this morning, you're all welcome to the live. If you're joining me for the first time, this is what we do online here. I'm going to be taking you on 6 different methods of how you can install your braiding. So now, we are going to be using this mannequin. Normally, I use this mannequin, but I'm going to switch to this one today because of one reason. The last time I had my class, as a beginner, I taught us how to section our hair. Thank you so much if you're just joining. Let's go ahead and share the video and like the video. Thank you so much for liking the video, and God bless you. So I taught how to section your hair as a new beginner. This is the hair we use for the training. I'm going to try and make sure that I send the videos, but if you want to watch the video in full, you can go ahead and watch it from other of my social platform. But I'm going to send a comprehensive video on the TikTok so that you can be able to have how you can section your hair. So today we are going to be starting, because online I teach 6 different methods of how you can install. First 3 method is related to the rubber band method. Then the next 3 method is related to the rubber band to the natural and traditional method. Like today now, I've just sent in a video of the natural and traditional method. Then I'm going to show you and demonstrate it in front of you. So let's go ahead. The first thing, and the things we need for our practicals, you need your scissors, that is 1. We need our rubber band, that is 2. We need our tail comb, that is 3. We need our crochet pin, that is 4. We need our brush. There's a lot of things you need as we are going along, and we need the most important thing, we need our extension that we are going to install. I know most of us here online, we know how to braid, but then I'm going to show you a simple and easy method of getting into braiding. So let's go ahead. Since I've already sectioned this hair, this is the method I want beginners to try and incorporate into their learning process. If you want to start your braiding, what you can do is that section the number of hair you have to do first, like this. Section it out, then you start braiding. It will make it easier for you so that you will not be confused. Some of the one on top will not be big, the other one will not be small. So if you want to start with, I used to advise braiders to start with like 30 braiding. So if you start with about 30, it will help you to like not getting so tired when you're braiding. So now let's go ahead and do our practicals. I'll be starting the first practical by doing the rubber band method using the crochet pin. If you have not seen the crochet pin before, this is the crochet pin. If you're here and it's your first time, you don't know what crochet pin is, this is crochet pin. Crochet pin is what we use in inserting our braids. We use it for so many types of hair. So the first one I'm going to show you is using it to insert our braids, then we'll start braiding. So now let's go ahead and start the first practical. Now I'm going to be taking this one off because I've already sectioned the hair down for us to see. Let me make sure I adjust this. If you're joining me for the first time, you're highly welcome. So let's go ahead and share the video and like the video. I've shared it from, let me share again from here to notify those that are not here to make sure that we are here. Let me go ahead and share the video again. Share the video, like the video, and support the life as much as you can. Thank you so very much, and God bless you for doing that. Let me share from here. We're bringing most of our students. I know it's January now, everybody's trying to come together. Thank you so much. So, and now let's give cheers to everyone supporting this live. Thank you so much, and God bless you. So now this is the hair. The first thing that you have to do when you're starting your braids as a beginner, these first 3 braids I'm going to do is, thank you so much, Brockney. Thank you. You're welcome. Alexa Rihanna, you're welcome. Thank you so much. The first braid we're going to do, first 3 braid, is friendly beginners for braiders. So now I'm going to comb this hair. When I comb it, make sure you always do that to relieve the hair from tangleness, and so that you will not break your hair as soon as you're taking the hair off. So the next step we're going to take, we're going to go ahead using our rubber band. So we are going to move this practical up. We're starting from the lower terms, like from the beginners friendly. We move up to the natural and traditional methods, right? So now this is my rubber band. Normally you're supposed to be using 1 rubber band to do this hair, but then when you use 1 at times, it gets snapped. I don't want it to get snapped while we're doing the practical, so that's why I double it. But if you want to double this method the way I do it, go ahead and double it. So it's 2 now. So you go ahead and secure this hair first with your rubber band. This first method is the first method from the 3 methods I'm going to show you on the rubber band method. So let's go ahead, share the video, like the video. So now I'm going to be securing this hair. Look at the way I'm securing it. You go ahead and use the rubber band to secure this hair to the point that you exhaust all the rubber band. Make sure it's very, very secured. If you want to start braiding today as a beginner, go ahead and try this method I'm going to show you. So now when you secure this method to this point, the next step you're going to do is you're going to split this hair into 2. When you split it into 2, pull it on both sides, not too tight, because the more you're pulling, all the listen are falling off. Let's put it here. The more you're pulling the extensions on both sides, you're making the roots of the hair too tight. We don't want the roots of the hair too tight. So after putting your rubber band, then you just move it on both sides just to secure it a bit. The next step you're going to take, you go ahead and grab your crochet pin. This is the crochet pin. If you're seeing it for the first time, this is the best crochet pin that you have to buy. Don't go ahead and buy there's other one that doesn't have something to close it like this, like a latch to close it. It's not going to work with this method. If you're buying your crochet pin, go ahead and get the one that have this closure for the beginners. So now I'm going to insert this crochet pin from the top of this hair. I'm going to insert it from the top. Let me reduce this. Let me reduce it a bit so that I can be able to manage this. Yes, let's reduce it a bit. How do you do knotless? Okay, yeah, I'm going to show you how to do that. So then we are going to do that. Take this and insert it from the top. When you insert it from the top, it's going to come out this way. Can everybody see it? So when you insert it this way, I'm trying to get my clips. If you find out that this hair is going to be distracting you, that is the reason why as a beginner we need our clips. You need your clips and all the tools that you need in working. You take these clips and just hold on to this, not to distract it. The next step you're going to do, you're going to go ahead and get your extension. This is the extension. If you don't know how to hold the extension, this size we're doing today is a jumbo size. I'm going to not really jumbo, it depends on the individual. For me, because the braids I've been doing before online for practical, they are smaller, but this one is a bit bigger. Jumbo can be any size. It can be even more than this. So it depends on what you choose to be your own jumbo. So now you have the extension. What you're going to do now, we're going to split this extension. Hi, Stacy. Thank you so much, Stacy, for joining. Please, let's go ahead and tap. God bless everyone that is tapping. God bless everyone that is sharing this video. And God bless you for contributing and trying to make this life more. So now we are going to go ahead and split this hair into 2. You're going to split it into ratio 2:1, meaning that the one I have on my right hand, here should be 2 times the one I have on my left hand. I'm going to explain this, the reason why we have our braids like this when we get into natural and traditional method. So all you're going to do with this one, take this one that you have on the right hand, go ahead and place it on one side. This one you have on the right hand, take it and make sure you equate it to the same level. When you equate it to the same level, you go ahead and create a loop. Use your thumb and index finger to create a loop. When you create a loop like this, you're going ahead to insert it into this crochet, hook it up, and making sure that all the extensions are fitted in. This method I'm showing you, they are all friendly beginners for those that are new in braiding. So it will help you to get into braiding very, very fast. But I'm still going to teach you natural and traditional method, because I just mentioned before we start that we have 6 good methods. The 3 first methods are okay for the beginners, and the other method you still learn. Gradually we move on to it. So the next step you're going to do, move this and pull it up. When you pull it up, gradually take your crochet pin out and put it on one side. When you do that, use your left hand to hold onto one of the strands, because if you don't do that, while you're pulling, it's going to pull everything off. So I'm holding this hair with my left hand, then I'm going to pull with the right hand. So when you pull, it's going to secure the hair from going out, because if you don't hold it with your left hand, everything is going to pull up. We don't want it to pull up at this stage, no. So the next step you're going to do, you're going to make sure you measure this hair and they will be on the same level, right? Remove your clips. Because we have inserted the crochet pin on this hair, it has loosened up the roots of this hair a little bit. All we have to do now is that go ahead again and split this hair into 2, move it on both sides. It will secure it more. The reason of using the rubber band is to help us to secure the hair from the roots. What the natural and traditional methods could have done, the rubber band have done it for us as a beginner. Let's start with. So now it's ready for us to braid this hair. When you see this point, you go ahead and grab the other extension that is 2 times bigger than the one you inserted. This first method I'm doing is the rubber band method using the crochet pin. Watch it. The next method we are going to do, when you watch the 3 different types, before we move on to the natural and traditional method. So now we'll go ahead and hold this extension with my right hand, holding it in the middle. Adjust your mannequin. I'm going straight ahead now to start braiding this hair. When you adjust your mannequin, look at this point. The natural hair is there. You're covering it with the extension. Go ahead. This is my left hand. Hold this hair with your thumb and your index finger. I'm going ahead to hold this hair with my thumb and index finger. Take this one that is the normal hair, place it on top of this. When you place it on top of this, you're holding it with your thumb and index finger at the same time. The next step you're going to do, you start braiding, because the rubber band has already secured the roots of this hair. Right. So now, if you're a right-handed person, the best thing to do is to start with your right hand and start braiding this hair immediately. If you're a left-handed person, the best thing to do is take your left hand and start your braiding immediately. Now, because I'm a right-handed person, I'm going to go ahead and start my braiding with the right hand from this one. And when you're doing this rubber band method, it tends to be 3 strands, 1, 2, 3. But the only one in the middle have the natural hair. At this point, because we are beginners into this braiding, I will say let's go ahead and start braiding this hair. Take this one from your right hand, bring it in. Look at it. Bring it from the right into the left. Take it into the left. You can support it with your pinky finger. Then you go ahead and grab this one. Bring it to the right. Hold it with your thumb and index finger. Take this one from your left hand. Bring it into the right hand. That is it. You've started braiding this hair already. Can you see how simple this braiding could be? Can you see how simple it is to install the braiding? And another point I have to note here, because we are beginners at this point, if I ask you now to start splitting this natural hair into other extension, it's going to unravel the hair. Don't worry at this point. When you get into braiding, when you practice more and you know how to braid, it's possible for us to now start splitting this natural hair. At this point, what I would advise us to do as a beginner is that let's go ahead and take our extension and cover this hair, because I don't want to be seeing our natural hair. It's called tucking in. So we'll go ahead and start braiding. Let's go ahead and start braiding this hair. If you find out that the extension is not covering the natural hair, go ahead and adjust it before you start braiding the hair. So let's go ahead and finish up this braid. Can you see it? Now, very, very simple way to install hair. If you have not even done hair for the first time, if you use this method, you're going to be able to install the extension and start braiding immediately. Can everybody see it? Let me go ahead and finish braiding this hair, then I'll show you the result of it. This first one is the rubber band method using the crochet pin. Rubber band method using the crochet pin. I'm going to quickly braid this hair, then I'll show you the result of this hair I just did now. So as a beginner, if today is your first time of joining, you start braiding hair immediately. Today is your first time of braiding hair, you will start braiding hair immediately by using this method. Let me show you guys. Can you see it? Can you see the braiding? You can't even notice if there's any rubber band under it. They are all friendly beginners. Most people will start complaining, oh, I don't have the crochet pin. What will I do? Yes, I've got you. The next step we are going to do is using the rubber band method without the crochet pin. We'll go ahead and install that one. Then we'll now move to the third one. Then the fifth, sixth will now be the natural and traditional method. Just stay tuned and watch me. These are friendly beginners. If you have not started adding extensions to the braid, go ahead and do that. It's a simple way to add extensions to your braid and start braiding. So I've done this first method. Let's go ahead and do the second method. With this one, I've used this hair to teach us how to split our hair. Now, the hair is already splitted down. As a beginner, if you can adapt this method, it's going to help you. Now that I've already sectioned the hair down, I'll just go ahead and be grabbing the hair one after the other. This is the next one. Let's go ahead and unravel this. Then we're going to install this. So this next method is the rubber band method as well. Let's keep sharing. Thank you so much for those that are sharing. I'm going to drink water now. My throat is even drying when I've not even started. 1 minute, please. Thank you so much. So now the next method we are going to do is the rubber band. The next method we are going to do is the rubber band method. Thank you so much for sharing the video. God bless you. The next method we are going to do is the rubber band method. Always make sure you comb your hair. I'm doing that in front of you. You're going to gradually split this hair into two. If you're here when I did the first one, it was the crochet that I used in inserting the hair after using the rubber band method. But this one, you're just going to do this if you don't have the crochet pin. If you don't have the crochet pin, split the hair into two. Split the hair into two. So when you split this hair into two, it's going to look this way. The next step you're going to take now, you're going to go ahead and get your extension. When you get the extension, after splitting this hair into two, this is the extension I'm going to be working with. Let me brush it to make sure that it's okay. Right. So now I'm going to be splitting this extension into ratio 2:1, meaning that the one I have on my right hand should be 2 times the one I have on my left hand. Look at it. The one I have on my right hand should be 2 times the one I have on my left hand when you split it. But I'm going to explain to you the reason why when we're doing the natural and traditional method. So now we're going to take this one that is 2 times bigger on my left hand, just place it on one side. When you place it on one side, go ahead and take this one that you have that is the smaller part. Look at the middle. This second demonstration is the rubber band method without the crochet pin. Then you go ahead and place this one in the middle. When you place it in the middle like this, look at it, place it in the middle. You can now go ahead and grab your rubber band. This is the rubber band. If you're seeing it for the first time, let's go ahead and share the video, like the video. Thank you so much and God bless you. Go ahead and tap, tap, tap. It's going to help us so that they will not think we're idle here. Go ahead and share the video. Thank you. And keep liking the video. Thank you so much, Lizzie, for liking the video. And God bless you for that. So now I'm going to go ahead and get the rubber band. This is my rubber band. When you're having the rubber band, thank you so much. Normally, you're supposed to be using one. If you use one and it's okay for you and it didn't snap, that is absolutely okay. But if not, I used to double it. So I'll go ahead and double it here. So the next step, now while you have the smaller part of your extension, when you split it into two, you put it in the middle of this hair that you have splitted. You now go ahead and do what? Use your rubber band and secure it. This method are so friendly to a lot of children that are crying for hair. If you're a parent here and if you're a beginner, you don't know how to braid, please go ahead and try this method. The same day you start braiding the hair, they are all simple and easy way to braid. Then when we move from here, we move higher up to the natural and traditional method. Then let's go ahead and secure this one very well, making sure that the rubber band is secured. Exhaust all the rubber band at this point. So when you exhaust all the rubber band, you go ahead and do what? Split it into two, pull it on both sides. When you pull it on both sides, it's secured already. Absolutely secured already. This method, if you have any child that is always crying for hair, or you are a new beginner, you want to start braiding immediately, go ahead and do this rubber band method, because you're not going to be pulling that child's hair from the roots. Because most kids, when you hold their hair naturally and traditional way of adding extension, it's going to be so painful as a beginner. But if you just try your best and try and use this rubber band method, it's easy. They are not going to feel any pain, because you just secure it with the rubber band. Then you pull this hair down. When you pull this hair down, the next thing you're going to do, grab the other part of the hair that is 2 times bigger. You started braiding the hair already. If you have not followed the account, please go ahead and follow the account so I can get notification whenever I'm live. I used to come live 12 p.m. UK time and 5 p.m. UK time as well. So now look at it. The next step you're going to do, go ahead and grab this extension. When you grab this extension, you're going to use your thumb and index finger. This is my thumb and that's my index finger. You're going to use your thumb and index finger, hold on to this hair like this. You see how simple it is? Simple and easy way to braid. Then you now go ahead and start braiding this hair. Because we're using the rubber band method, it's good. Won't it be too tight? No, it's not going to be too tight. Look at it. It's not going to be too tight at all. This is it. You have to control this point now, because you're not going to be holding this hair from the roots. The way the kids will going to be crying is as a beginner, when you're trying to do the natural and traditional method, holding it from the root. You see the kids crying. But at this point, you've already secured this head with the rubber band. You're not pulling their hair from the roots anymore. All you're going to do is go straight ahead and start braiding. Take this one, place it, and hold it with your thumb and index finger. At this point, if you're a right-handed person, start with your right hand and start braiding. If you're a left-handed person, that is the point whereby you start using your left hand to start braiding. So because I'm a right-handed person here, now I'm taking this one from the right hand, bring it into your left, in. When you bring it into the left, you grab this one in the middle, secure it to your hand, holding it with your thumb and index finger on your right hand. Take this one on your left hand, bring it into your right. You have started braiding the hair already. Do you see how simple this method is? The hair is secured already. Braiding has started already. Even if you're a first timer, a new beginner, you'll be able to use this method. And I'm going to show you the result of it at the end of the day. But the only thing I'm going to explain to you is that because it's a rubber band method, we are going to have the natural hair only in the middle. When you get to the point where you can braid very well, you can split this natural hair into the other extension. But at this point, just use your extensions to cover the natural hair and start braiding. I'm going to show you the result of this hair at this point. Simple and easy way to start braiding. Then when we do the first 3 method of rubber band, then we are going to move straight ahead to the natural and traditional method of how you can add extension into your hair and start braiding the hair. Let me go ahead and finish this braiding. Then I'll show you the result of what we have achieved at this point. So if you're here and as a beginner, you have not followed the account, go ahead and follow the account, because it's going to give you and click on your notification bell. So whenever I come live, it's going to notify you that Grace is live, so that you can come here and learn skill and an easy way to install your hair and start braiding immediately. It's not going to take you any time. So let me go ahead and show you what we have done so far. Look at these 2 methods. This first method, they are similar methods, which is the rubber band method. But at the end of the day, the first one, we used our crochet pin to insert the smaller part of it, then we'll start braiding. That is this first one. Then this next one, we didn't use the crochet pin. You only get your natural hair, split it into 2, put the smaller part of the extension in the middle, use your rubber band to hold, secure it, then you start braiding. Can you see? As a new beginner, if you do this, who would think you're a beginner? The hair is very, very secure. Can everybody see it? The hair is very secure from the root and not too tight, and well presented, because look at the braid, looking very, very nice. So as a beginner, try with this method, because we are going to start from this method and start moving up gradually into knowing how to do the natural and traditional method. So this first 2 have the rubber band. If you're here, you say, okay, I don't want rubber band on my hair. Okay, I'm holding you now. The next one we are going to do is related to this method, but no rubber band, no crochet pin. So let's go ahead and demonstrate that method. Then you now choose. When I teach the 6th method, all I'm trying to do is to introduce you to how to install your extension by doing braid. It's up to you to choose one of the method. After practicing the 6th method, choose one of the method that is best for you, that is friendly to you, to start braiding your hair. You will find that in the process of learning how to do the 6th method, you will find out that one of them will say, I'm your friend. You just gradually choose that one that is your friend. Use that one to start braiding, to get used to braiding. So now this 3rd one we are going to do, even at this point, you might think, because I'm saying that this method are beginner friendly, which is okay. But at the end of the day, you still need all this method to do most of the hairstyle we're doing these days if you're going into this hair fully. So now let's go ahead and do the next one. I've already sectioned this hair down, which is easy. You see the way it's easy for me. So as a beginner, before you start your hair, section the number of hair that you have to start braiding. Section it down first. Put your extensions, then you start braiding. So what I'm going to advise you as a beginner, when you're doing that, try as much as possible to section that hair into 30 or 35 to start with, because if you do more than that, it's going to be too much. You don't want to get tired and you don't, at the end of the day, say, oh, I'm tired of this braiding, because you're just beginning, you're not fast enough. But then the gradual you do it and the more practice you practice, the better you become into braiding. That is just one thing. Nobody is born with this braiding. We are all talented, but the more we use this skill, the better we become. The more you use it, the better you become. So now you're going to comb this hair. The next step, the reason why I grouped this method, thank you so much for every support as your time. Let's move this like to 10,000K, please. Let's move the like to 10K. As you're coming, join in, please go ahead, join, start tapping and share the video as you're listening. God bless you for doing that. So now this is the hair. The reason why I grouped this method that we are going to do on the rubber band method is that we use the same techniques to do it. But then with this 3rd one, no rubber band, no crochet. No rubber band in it, no crochet. After combing the hair, go ahead and split this hair into 2. Go ahead and split this hair into 2. Can you see the way I splitted it into 2? Leave it for now. Then you now go ahead and grab the extension. Make sure that the extension you're getting is the same size as what. Look, can you see the braid I've done now? When you're doing your braid, whether beginner, please make sure that all your extensions are the same size from the beginning to the end. We don't want to have a situation whereby extension one is small, the other one is jumbo, the other one is micro, just riot. No, thinking that, okay, because I'm a beginner. No, you don't have to show that. Come to the class, listen, make sure that your extensions are the same. If you want to add up to the hair, is the hair that you're going to add up, not the extension. Thank you so much and God bless you. Let the extensions be the same thing. So now I'm having this extension. I'm taking the same size of extension. It's going to give you the same size of braid as you're doing it. So let me go ahead and brush this one very well. And make sure that your hair extensions are nicely brushed and combed. Don't put any knot in it. It's going to make your braid look very smooth. So now we are going to split this hair now into ratio 2:1. When you split it into ratio 2:1, it's going to look like this. The one I have on my right hand should be 2 times the one I have on my left hand. So what are we going to do at this point? Take this one that you have on your left hand. Just place it on one side that is 2 times bigger. Put it on one side. Then you go ahead, take the one that you have on your right hand, which is the smaller part of the section. Go ahead and make sure that they are equate. They are on the same level. Take it in the middle. Now that you have splitted this hair into 2, go ahead and place this hair in the middle. Can everybody see it? Place it in the middle. At this point, this method we are going to be using doesn't require crochet pin, doesn't require rubber band. If you're the type that don't want rubber band on your hair, this 3 methods are grouped on the same method. Go ahead and choose any of them to do. So what you're going to do at this point is that, because as a beginner, we don't know how to secure the hair from the root. Even if not, there are some styles we needed to use this method to do. So you can go ahead and learn it as much as you can, because it's going to help you during your course of learning. So now split this hair into 2, your natural hair. Split it into 3 equal parts. When you split it into 3 equal parts, braid it down. While your extension, the smaller part, is in the middle, braid it a little bit down. When you just braid it down a little bit, what you're going to do next is that leave it at this point. When you leave it at this point, it has already, let me hold it more because sometimes this hair is always slippery. We don't want it to unravel. Then you go ahead and take this one, bring it down. At this point, this hair is already halfway braided. Then you go ahead and grab this one. When you grab the other part of the extension that is 2 times bigger, position your mannequin very well. Position the mannequin very well. Then while you're holding this hair with your left hand, look at it, my left hand, this is my left hand. I'm showing you because the camera sometimes will be showing it the other way around. This is my left hand. You go ahead and hold this with your left hand. When you hold it, take this one, take the extension that is 2 times bigger, place it on top of this. When you place it on top of it, hold it with your thumb and your index finger. When you hold it with your thumb and index finger, you've started braiding this hair already. That is how simple this method are. If you have not started using this method, go ahead and start using it as a new beginner, as a parents that want to do their children hair from the start. So the next step you're going to do now, if you're a right-handed person, use your right hand to start your braid. Take this strand first. If you're a left-handed person, use your left hand. Take this strand first. Because I'm a right-handed person teaching, then I'm going to start with this one. Take this one from the right, bring it in. I'll bring it into the left and grab this one in the middle, secure it to the right, holding it with my thumb and my index finger. Take this one from the left, bring it into the right hand. That is it. You've started braiding your hair already. You see how simple this method is? No struggle, no hassle, no pain. That is this method. No struggle, no hassle, no pain. It's going to be easy for you to do that. Then all I have to explain to you as a beginner, when we are doing this method, we only have the natural hair in the middle. At this point, please go ahead and start braiding because we are new beginners. We don't want the hair to like unravel. If I ask you to split this hair now, it's going to unravel. You start the hair from the beginning. No, just take your extensions and cover this natural hair and go ahead and start braiding. You can do this style for yourself. You can braid this method on yourself. You see, and this method, we are using this method and they are in vogue now because most of the hairstyle you're doing now, like a big twist, jumbo hairstyle, these are the method you just use and gradually you're out of it. But it will help you as a beginner to get into this braiding as well. So let me go ahead and finish this braiding. I'm going to show you what we have achieved so far. Then you can see that you don't have to waste your time. When you see easy method to get into braiding, start braiding. All you have to do, when you learn how to install your braiding, you need to practice on your speed. When you're learning how to become a braider, you need to practice on your speed as well. Meaning that you need to be fast when you're doing your braid like this. Because most beginners, I'm not saying when you start from the beginning, you start monitoring it, you'll be doing it like this. When you're doing it gradually like this, you're getting used to it. The more you practice, the better you become. So it's going to be like this very soon. So sometimes you will not even be looking at your braid, you just be braiding. You can be looking at the television while your hands are doing the job. So that is how it is. So when you practice, you become perfect. Even me that I'm teaching you, the more I braid all the time, the faster you become and the better you become. Because everything about braiding is a self-taught. When you're listening to me, can you see it? Can you see the method we have done so far? Very beautiful. Look at it. The first one is these 3 groups are rubber band method group. Thank you so much, Amanda. God bless you. I can see you. God bless you. So these 3 groups, as you can see, they are all 3 rubber band method I'm teaching to start with. The first one is a rubber band method using the crochet pin to insert it. That is the first one. Thank you so much, Amanda, for joining. God bless you. Then the second one is the rubber band method without the crochet pin. Then this third one is no rubber band, no crochet. No rubber band, no crochet. Can you see it? Look at this method. If you do this as a beginner, nobody will think you're a beginner. So don't wait until, I know I'm going to teach you the method of how you can do it natural and traditional way. But at the end of the day, don't wait until you start knowing how to grab that method before you start braiding. And with this method, you can braid. You see how beautiful the braid is? Very, very nice and beautiful. Even for those of us that have children that want to try it, go ahead and try the rubber band method. It's painless. It's painless, and at the end of the day, you'll be able to braid the kids' hair nicely. So now, we have done these 3 methods, which is related to the rubber band method. I want to ask quickly ask a question before we move on to the method. Very clean. Thank you so much. Before we move on to the method, natural and traditional method of how we install the braid. Is there any question on this? Do you understand this method, or do you have any questions related to this 3 methods I've just did? If you have any question, put it on the comment section, then I'll go ahead and answer it. If you want me to repeat any of these 3 methods, I'll go ahead and repeat it before we go ahead and do the natural and traditional method. So I do 6 methods online here. I do 3 from this method, and I do 3 from the natural and traditional method. So when you have this 6 method, when you try it, you can now go ahead and choose only one of the methods for you to braid. I didn't say you should do all the 6 methods on somebody's hair. No, the same day, no. Go ahead and practice with it. In the process of practicing to learn how to do this 6 methods, you discover that one of the methods will be okay for you. You will be happy with it. So go ahead and choose that's only one that you're happy with to start braiding your hair. So installing the extensions and start going on braiding the hair. So the more you do that, the better you become. The last braid you split the natural hair. Okay, do you want me to do the last one? Okay, this last one is almost related to the natural and traditional method of how we install our extension into braid. Do you know the reason why? Because there's no crochet, you're not using crochet for it, there's no rubber band. So when I do this other method to repeat it, I am going to compare it to the natural and traditional method. You'll find out that there's no point even you waiting. You're going to learn that, but at the same time, you just learn this process and start doing your braid. So now let's go ahead. Thank you so much. As we tap, let's begin to share. We only have a few hours to go here. I'm not saying too much. When we finish our practicals, and that is it for the day. If you have any question, I'm going to relate to the question. So now, somebody said I should repeat this method. So these 3 methods I've shown you, they are all related to the natural rubber band method, which I teach online. I do come online here and teach this 6 methods. So now this first method, if you're just joining, is the one that we use the crochet pin to do. This other method is just the rubber band. This one is no crochet, no rubber band. So now let's go ahead and repeat this one, no crochet, no rubber band. So now you have your hair, go ahead and comb it, use your comb to comb it very well. So the next step you're going to do, split this hair into 2. You will split it into 2 like this. If you have not followed the account, go ahead and follow the account. You're going to click on the notification button so that by the time I come live, you'll be able to notice that I'm live to join the classes when I'm live. So now let's go ahead and take this extension. I'm going to be brushing this extension. Let's brush it out. Normally on this live, yes. So now this is the extension. We're going to split this extension into ratio 2:1, meaning that the one I have on my right hand should be 2 times the one I have on my left hand. Can you see it? Ratio 2:1. This is ratio 2:1. So now we'll go ahead and take this one that I have on my right hand, place it somewhere. Just look for a place and put it there. The one you have on your right hand is the smaller part of the extension. Make sure you equate it on the same size. When you equate it, go ahead. You've already splitted this hair into 2. This method is no crochet, no rubber band. Place the middle of this hair. Place the middle of this hair in the middle. When you put it in the middle, then you now go ahead. Instead of using the rubber band to secure it at this point, you're not going to use the rubber band. You're only going to braid it down. All this method we are doing now, they are all beginner friendly. Split it into 3. When you split it into 3, you go ahead and do what? Just braid it a little bit down. Braid it a bit to hold onto that extension. The reason why we are doing that is that as a beginner, we find it very difficult to do the natural and traditional method, which I'm going to teach you on this live. But at the end of the day, these are simple methods for you to get and install your braiding. Very, very simple. So now we've done it to this point, halfway braided. Then you go ahead and grab this extension that is 2 times bigger. What are you going to do next? If you're joining me for the first time, you're highly welcome to the class. This class is so friendly, beginners. So if you're joining, go ahead and you're going to learn 1 or 2 things to be able to install your braid. So now at this point, I'm going to be installing this braid. Go ahead and hold this head with your left hand. This is my left hand. When you hold the braid with your left hand, place this extension in the middle right here. When you put it there, secure it with your thumb and your index finger. When you secure it with your thumb and the index finger, the next thing you're going to do, if you're a right-handed person, start with your right hand. If you're a left-handed person, start with this left strand to start braiding. Because I'm a right-handed person, I'm going to start with, take this one from the right hand, bring it into the left. When you bring it into the left, you go ahead and hold on to this. Secure it with your thumb and index finger. Take this one you have on your left hand, braid it into your right, then that's it. You started braiding the hair already. Then continue to do your braiding. Can you see how simple this method is? Then you continue to braid your hair. Who say, and the other things I have to explain with this method is that when you're doing this method, you have all the natural hair in the middle. Please, at this point, don't bother. When you know how to braid, split the natural hair into all that. But at this point, use your extensions to cover it and start braiding. It's going to be a simple way and simple method of you braiding this hair. Let me put this one aside. Then you go ahead and start braiding the hair. When you're covering using your extension to cover the natural hair, it's called tucking in your natural hair. Tucking in your natural hair. So you tuck it in. The reason is that when you don't see, now we are using a green extension. Now we are using a green extension and our color shaded hair is black. You're not even seeing the black on top of it. We have used our extension to cover it. It's called tucking your natural hair in. So now let me go ahead and braid this and I'll show you the result of this hair that we have just done so far. I'm going to show you the result of the hair we've done so far. So go ahead, as a beginner, try and use this method. It's going to help you. So with this method, the next method we're going to be moving after this one is natural and traditional method of how you can install your extension, which I have 3 good methods I'm going to show you to do that. So try this 6 method by practicing with it. Then later choose only one that is suitable for you. Then you start using that one to start braiding the hair, getting into braiding, practicing more, because the more you practice braiding, the better you become. Can you see it? Look at this one. No crochet, no rubber band. Do you see how beautiful and secure this hair is? What are you still waiting for? You're waiting for you until, because normally when you're doing the natural and traditional method, you feel, oh, I'm discouraged. I don't know what to do about it. Please, this method are simple. They are very, very simple to use. Even if you're doing the rubber band method, they are really nice braid. Look at it. If you want to do jumbo braids on your hair, go ahead and try it. You see that it's easier, and that is it. So now we are going to be moving into the natural and traditional method. If you're joining me for the first time, you're highly welcome. If you have not followed the account, go ahead and follow the account and click on the notification button so that you can get notified whenever I'm live. So now we are going to go into the next one. The next method is natural and traditional method. Where is this my hair store? Okay, let's use this one. Natural and traditional method. At this point, I've already sectioned this hair already. So as a beginner, if you want to start, go ahead and section this hair this way. This hair that I've sectioned this way, I use it as a lecture in the class to show you how to split the hair. So now it's now useful. I say, okay, let's go ahead and take advantage of it. Now we're going to be taking it one after the other to do our practicals in the class. So this first method out of the natural and traditional method is the one I'm going to show you now. So let's go ahead and demonstrate this. If you're seeing this for the first time, how we do on this live is we explain, you give you 6 good tips and this method of how you can install your extension by doing your braids. Yes, if you know you are interested in this skill, so go ahead and come in for us to learn together. Now, this is the extension that we are going to be working with this. So now I'm going to make sure that I brush this extension. Normally on this live, I teach even how I have a lot of videos concerning how you can cut your extension, how you can prep your extension, but today we're going straight into installing your extension. So now you're going to split this hair into 2. I've already told you that my explanation, the reason why we split this hair into ratio 2:1, I'm going to explain it while we are doing the natural and traditional method of how you can install your extension braids. So now we split this into 2, ratio 2:1, meaning that when you split this hair into 2, this is the reason why I use ratio 2:1. This is 2 on my left hand and this is 1 on my right hand. Can everybody see it? Let me move this camera a bit so that we can be able to see it. Can everybody see it? Ratio 2:1. So at this point, Now we are going to take the smaller part of this extension and cross it to the bigger parts. Do you see? And you cross it to the bigger part. So when you cross this, thank you so much, Grace. John, thank you so much for that. I can see you, and God bless you for that. So now, when we cross this extension into this, can you see this extension that the strands of this extension? You see that they are equal. 1, 2, 3. When you're doing your braids, this is how you're going to section your braid. Ratio 2 to 1, meaning that the one you have on your right hand should be 2 times the one you have on your left hand, because this is 2 times bigger and this is 1 time. So when you place it on top of it like this and cross it, join the 2 smaller ones together, it's going to equate you. Thank you so much, guys. Like the live, this is so helpful. Thank you so much. God bless you, Grace. So now when you equate this, it's going to give you the same size. This is all we need when we are doing our braids. If your extensions are equal this way, it's going to make your braids look more even. But if they are not equal this way, I just told you, it's not going to make your braids even. So all you're going to do is that always make sure that you use that size, ratio 2 to 1. Then you cross the smaller part to it. It's going to give you equal size of your extension before you start braiding. And this method we are going to do now is the natural and traditional method. The first method I teach online is the one that most people say you wrap it around. You wrap it around the hair. For me, I just say I plait it around the hair. Whichever method, whichever way, it's okay, but it's just for you to know how to secure the hair. That is what matters. Thank you so much. So now let's go ahead. Now the hair is being combed already. So let's go ahead and demonstrate how you can do this method. Take it like this, the way you've crossed this method. Go ahead and grab this one here. Use your thumb and index finger, which is this 2 hands. Hold this extension this way. Then you go ahead and hold this hair with your left hand. Place your extension right here, holding it with your thumb and your index finger. Can everybody see it? The next step you're going to do is that take it while you're holding it with your thumb and index finger. Take this other smaller part, go round. This is the first one. You're plaiting it. 1, you go the second one. 2. Don't go more than 2 times. Can we get her to? Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Grace. Thank you so much. When you're holding up to this one, the next step you're going to do is that go ahead and split this one on your hand into 2 and the natural hair. So when you split the natural hair, you can now grab it and go ahead and start braiding this hair. You see how simple this method is too? This one is the natural and traditional method, and most of the professionals, this is what they do. This is the method they use. Look at it. You start braiding your hair immediately. What you're going to notice on this one is that when you're doing natural and traditional method, we are going to split this hair into 3. Then you now go ahead and split the natural hair, which I didn't want you to do at first when we were doing the rubber band. Split it and give it to this one. Then you start braiding. But all you have to do, how do you tuck the hair in? Yes, that's what we're doing now. So when you're tucking the hair in, look at the natural hair. Can you see it? This is your extension. Place the extension on. Use your extension to hide the natural hair. Then you start braiding. So the more you do that, it's going to position, look at it, it's going to position the extension on top of it. While you're braiding, you see, while I'm braiding, the position of the extension is coming forth. Can you see it? Tucking in is just taking the extension, hide it into your natural hair, hide it with the extension. Then you go ahead and start braiding. So you're not going to be seeing your natural hair on top of it. Thank you so much, and God bless you all. For those that are supporting this life, God bless you for doing that. So you now go ahead, keep braiding. You see the way the hair, my extension is covering the natural hair. It's tucking in. Yes, thank you so much for that. So now you keep braiding. Go ahead and braid the hair until you finish the braiding. I'm going to be quick with this one. You see, the more you braid, the faster you become. So you just go ahead and start learning how to install your extension and keep braiding. It will help you. Thank you so much, Grace Johnson. God bless you. Let's give her cheers. Thank you for your support. I really appreciate you. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, and God bless you for that. So now let's go ahead. I'm going to show you the result of what we have done so far. Most professionals, until I start teaching, I don't know that this method is simple. So most professionals, this is what they use, right? So now let's go ahead. I'm going to show you what the outcome of this method is. Can everybody see it? This is the method that you wrap the hair around. Thank you so much, and God bless you. Look at it. You wrap this hair around. That is one of the natural and traditional method of how you can secure your hair. These ones we did here are the rubber band method, which are really friendly to the beginners. So this one is the first one, wrapping it round. Can you see how secure the hair is? So as a beginner, you can even do this method if you want, if you don't want to start with the natural rubber band method. That is the reason why I show 6 good methods of how we do this. Please, let's go ahead and support this live, please. Or we can just go ahead and tap, share the videos and see the gallery. Whatever you can support it with, go ahead and do that. God bless you for doing that. Thank you so much. Share the live. So now, this is it. So the next level we are going to do now is going ahead to do the natural and traditional method, the 2-strand method. So can you show knotless? Okay, let's finish with this one now. Before we go, I'm going to show knotless, one knotless before we go ahead. I have a video there I've already sent for knotless. But before we go, I'm going to show you how you can do the knotless braid. They are all simple, but you need to know how to braid first. So let's learn how to braid first, and I'm going to show you how to do knotless. Knotless is the simplest. I want to make a comprehensive video on that, how you can do your knotless with different methods. So whichever method you think is okay for you, go ahead and choose it. Yes. So now, this method now is the natural and traditional method, which is the first one of wrapping around. So we're going ahead to do the next one. Let's go ahead and do the next method. This next method is that we need, let me see all the comb. All the combs are running from me. I don't even know where they are. So, but let's go ahead and comb this. I have, okay, that is it. That's my 2 combs here. I've seen it now. So I'll go ahead and comb this. Oh my God. Let's do this. Okay. Thank you so much. If you're joining for the first time, you're highly welcome. Thank you so much, Grace. Thank you, and God bless you. So the next step we're going to take, we're going to get the extension. This is the extension we're going to be working with now. But at the end of the day, when you're doing this method, most people like using this method. When you see them using this method, it's a 2-strand method. 2-strand method of how to do the natural and traditional method of installing your extension. Most people, when they want to do this method, they go ahead and do this. Let me just show you, but I'm not using this method for you. They just go ahead and put it like this and start braiding. But I don't show you this method. I want to do a simple method that will be easier for you. So now, with this method, we don't have to split the extensions into 2. We don't have to split the extension into ratio 2:1, because when they say 2-strand method on the natural and traditional method I teach here online, the hair is going to be the 3rd strand. This hair is going to be the 3rd strand. So if you think this method is good for you, go ahead and use it. That is the reason why I teach 6 methods you can use in installing your extension. Then you go ahead and use this method. So let's go ahead and demonstrate how to do this. So hold this hair with your left hand. This is my left hand. Thumb and index finger, these 2 hands, they play a very, very vital role. Mommy, please, can you move the mannequin closer? Okay, closer to the camera. Let's move it closer. Is it better now? Perfect. Okay. Perfect. Okay. Let's move this one back. Yeah. So now that we have it like this, the next thing we are going to do, this is our natural hair, right? So when we have our natural hair, with this second method, you don't have to split this hair. Just go ahead and use the same size of extension that you're using already before. Use the same size. Then you now go ahead and hold on to this. When you hold on to this, place this. Use your thumb and index finger. Place this one and hold it this way. When you place it on top like this, use your thumb and index finger on your left hand to hold this hair. So when you do that, you start braiding. Because this one in the middle is the 3rd strand with this method. Go ahead and if you're a right-handed person, start your hair with your right hand. If you're a left-handed person, start with the left hand. So because I'm a right-handed person now, I'm going to start with the right hand. Braid this one from your right hand into the left. You can secure it as a beginner. Hold it with your thumb and with your pinky finger. Go ahead and do this. hold this one, you start braiding. Take this one on your left hand, bring it to the right. This method we are doing is a 2-strand method. Let's not go too much. Then we have this one in the middle. You're going to bring this hair in the middle. So when you bring this hair in the middle, we are not going to continue to use this hair to start braiding like this. No. So what we have to do, we have to borrow some of the hair now. The one that you're supposed, this is a technique. Most people use this method. I'm just showing you. This might be the best for you if you want, because I'm showing you 6 methods. Go ahead and choose which one you think is okay for you. Then you now borrow some of the hair. Put. Now you can now start braiding the hair. All you are going to do, you're going to make sure that the extensions are covering the natural hair. You go ahead and start braiding your hair. But at this point, because we are doing the natural and traditional method, you're going to split this natural hair. I'm going to do that. Take this one and give to this one first and braid it. Then you come here, take this one and split a little bit to the natural hair. That is it. Then you start braiding. But always make sure that your extensions are covering your natural hair. Then you keep braiding this hair. This is the method. This is the 2-strand method. Can everybody see it? Everybody subscribe to her. Thank you so much. God bless you. This is the method. Can everybody see it? Thank you so much. God bless you. So this is the 2-strand method that we use. But the only disadvantage with this 2-strand method is that because we are not, when we are braiding, we are using our natural hair extensions to cover the natural hair. But at this point, because we started braiding with the 2-strand, you're going to see your natural hair here and there. That is the only thing that I noticed. But apart from that, most people use that method. But at this point, it's because we are using a different colored hair to braid. That's why you're noticing it. But if you want to use this method and you're using a same colored method hair to braid, you're not going to see this method. You're not going to see your natural hair. Would this be the best method for big braiders or ponytails? Yes, the method is okay, but the best method for the braiders or ponytail is this. Either you use the rubber band method or you use the other method I've done. Please direct us on how to keep in touch just in case they block TikTok. Oh, okay, you can follow me and nobody will block TikTok. Oh, please. The method we are going to use, the other platform I have is YouTube. Is the same name. Go ahead and type GraceLawendhair on YouTube, and on my Facebook, GraceLawendhair on Facebook. But I don't think, we're not praying for them to block TikTok. TikTok is so helpful for us. Nobody will block TikTok. I'm praying for that, please. TikTok have been so helpful for a lot of people. Let them think about it. Okay, thanks, Miss Grace. I needed this. Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. So, you're the same name, GraceLawendhair. You see me on Facebook. You see me on YouTube as well. Thank you so much. So now this is it. Can everybody find out what is going on here? This first braid we did is the wrapping round. Then this second braid is the 2-strand method. At the end of the day, the only thing I don't like about this one, if we are doing critics, at one point we have to do that, is this natural hair that I'm saying. But most people, they use this method. But I'm going to teach you this method. You choose the one that you want to use. Then the last one that we are going to do with this natural and traditional method. Thank you so much, Tuki. God bless you. Let's give her a round of applause. Let's keep liking the video and share the video. Share the video for about 20 people in your platform, because you don't know who you help to join this. They will now say, thank you for sharing. Thank you so much. So now this last one we are going to do, when I install this one, because I do 3 methods related to the rubber band method, which we have done so far, then 3 methods related to the natural and traditional method, which we're about to do. Thank you, Mommy Sophia. Mommy Sophia is around. Mommy Sophia is one of them. Our real student. Mommy Sophia have already gone far now. By very, very soon now, she'll start taking clients, because what she have done so far, she's really learning so fast. She started online here to start learning. Now she can do the kids' hair confidently, which I really appreciate what she's done so far. She sent it to me. She really tried. So now, where is the combi? Where is my brushy? Let's go ahead and brush this one. I'm going to show you this 3rd method. This 3rd method, I'm going to... Amen. Oh, she said amen. Thanks. That is true. I'm saying the truth. Yes. This 3rd method I'm going to show you related to the natural and traditional method is the one that is most used method. I'm new here. Oh my God. Princess Nikki Aduke, you're welcome. Yeah, you're in the right place. Yeah, this is here. We teach you simple method of how you can just get into braiding, no stress, no pain. So now, this one we are doing now, when we finish all the method, if you have any question for me, just go ahead and hold on to your question. When I finish this last one, put it on the comment section. Do you want me to repeat any? Do you have any question for me to answer? I'll go ahead and answer the question. So let's demonstrate this last one. This natural and traditional method of how you can install hair is the most used method, and this is the most method that is confusing people. Mommy, please wait. Mommy, please wait and come and promote your YouTube and Instagram. Okay, I don't think Instagram, you can be doing this on YouTube live. Yes, I'm on YouTube live here. I'm streaming on my 3 platform now. I'm on YouTube, I'm on Facebook, and I'm on TikTok. So my 3 phones are here now. You are seeing my YouTube families here. They are here with me. My Facebook families are here, and my TikTok families are here too. Yeah, so the three stands are here watching every one of us. So if you want to join on any of the platform, I'm live there on the 3 of them right now. I do the same thing all the time, just to get used to know my fans. Yes, thank you so much, Grace Johnson. God bless you, ma. God bless you for that. So now this is the extension that we are going to be working with, and now this is the hair. With this method, this is the most used method people do by doing the natural and traditional method. And this is the method that most people get confused. They are just say, oh, okay, I'm coming to YouTube. Okay, that's fine. That's absolutely fine. Just go ahead. Type Grace Lawendhair. You see me there now. I'm live on YouTube. So you now go ahead, split this hair into 2. When you split this hair into ratio 2:1, it's going to look like this, right? Then the next step you're going to do, I'm new here, you're welcome. Thank you so much, users. Thank you. I didn't see your name, right? Please try to put your name and your pictures on this. It's so helpful when you're on TikTok or any platform. Thank you so much for joining. If you have not followed the account, go ahead and follow. I'm running classes as well. If you are interested and you want to know more than this braiding, I have classes going on in beginners class, intermediate class, and advanced classes. So the subjects are there. If you click on the link there near my picture there, you're going to take you to the stand, so you see all those things. But then if you know that you have not follow, because click on your notification button, because you're going to see me when I'm live. I'm always coming live. My time for coming live is 12 p.m. UK time to 2 p.m. UK time, 5 p.m. UK time to 7 p.m. UK time. You see those 2 times, they are very important. Yeah, so now the next step we're going to do now, we're going to take the smaller part of this hair. When you split this hair into ratio 2:1, I'm going to take the smaller part of this hair, go ahead and cross it to the bigger parts. So when I cross it to the bigger part, what have you observed? It now makes this extension now to look the same size. So when you're braiding, how to join your classes, the beginners, right? So now please go onto the you see onto this my picture there, you see the link there. It's written stand store. When you click on that stand store, it will take you straight to where the courses are. Go ahead and read the courses there. If you know the beginner is okay for you, go ahead and pay for the beginner. If you know the intermediate is okay for you, the courses are state out there. And if you know it's the advanced one, go ahead and do that. Or you can as well send me a message on my bio, then I'll take it up from there. Then I'll send you the link if you don't know how to go about it. So now with this one, we have these 3 strands now. I just sent this video of this natural method. That is the video I sent in this afternoon. So if you want to really practice this one, go ahead and watch the video as well. I've sent it to all the platforms this morning. This one, natural and traditional method. If you see the first video that you're seeing there, this is this method. I explained it in a way that when you're doing your practice, it's easier for you to just get into it and you know how to do it. Excuse me. So now with this one, normally I still explain it on that video. Normally most people, when they are doing this method, they will hold it like this and they can be able to install. If you know that you can hold your extension like this and it's okay for you to install, please go ahead and use it. But then my own way of doing it is I normally hold my extension on my one hand, then I'll install it. So if you want to learn this method of holding the extension of your hand. I'm going to quickly explain this in 1 minute for you to understand. It's very simple. If you know how to do it, it's very simple for you to hold your extension on one hand, and which is faster, then you just go ahead and install the hair on your. So now I'm going to explain how you can get this holding it on one hand. Then we'll go ahead and install this. If you now have any question for me, you go ahead and ask me the question. If you want me to repeat any of the method I've done, because we've done, this is the 6th method we are doing now, you go ahead and say, oh, you want me to repeat number 1, or you want me to repeat number 2, or you want just the number from 1 to 6. Let's go ahead and do this. So now, if you want to hold your extension, learn how to hold. If you already know how to hold your extension and it's okay and it's working for you, please go ahead and do that. But then if you don't and you want to use this method, go ahead, and this is my right hand. And I've already crossed my extension. This is my right hand. I'm going to take my thumb. This is my thumb, my index finger. This is the middle finger. This is the ring finger. And this is the little and pinky finger. Because all this braiding we are doing, we do it with our hands. Sometimes you mention me and you hear me saying, okay, hold this hair with your thumb and index finger. Then you cannot know what I mean. That this is the thumb and this is the index finger. So now hold this one strand now with your thumb and index finger on your right hand. You hold it. Thank you so much for joining. God bless you. Let's give cheers to everyone. Please, let's begin to tap. Let's move this tapping to 15K now. Tap, tap, tap. Everybody stop tapping. Don't stop tapping. No, they will think we are just here idle. Please go ahead so that we will not get restricted. Tap, tap, tap. New here. Good morning from US. Oh my God. Thank you so much for joining, and God bless you. So go ahead and just tap, tap, tap and join so that TikTok will not restrict us from this now. Please go ahead and share the video. If you're not subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe. If you're not followed, follow the account to get notification that when I'm live, you see me that I'm live. So now go ahead now, holding your extension on one hand to install the natural and traditional method. You hold this with your thumb and index finger first. Then this is my hand, the left hand. You go ahead and hold this with your thumb and index finger, left hand. Can you see it? Then the next one you're going to do, you now go ahead and hold this with your, this is my 3 hands, the supporting hand. Look at the hands. Take this other strand, this one, and put it there and hold it. When you hold it, it's going to be like this. It's going to be more secure. If you wobble it like this, you cannot do this. Just make sure that it's firm like this. Pull it to the point that it's firm. Take your middle finger, place it on top of this. This, my right hand, is only hand that I'm going to be moving now. You move your right hand round, then you bring your index finger out, and that is it. Holding your extensions on one hand. If you really want to do it at your own convenience, if you don't have the extension, the video is on my page. How to hold your extension on one hand. You see the title there. You just go ahead and demonstrate it. Because there was a time, I think the one of the students is from USA. She just put online, get her extension. We demonstrated it and she got it immediately. It's simple. The explanation is more difficult than how you can do it. So if you just go ahead and do it, it will get into your hands and it's simple to use. So now let's go ahead now and install it. Now that I'm holding the extension on one hand, we are going to install this hair. If you watch the video I've sent in today, that is the video I sent in today. This one I'm doing now is about 4 minutes, about 2 minutes something video, how to install your extension using the natural and traditional method. So now that you're holding the extension on one hand, open your thumb and your index finger a little bit from the side. Just go ahead and hold it with this. So when you hold it, the first thing you're going to do, release your left hand. Let me move this thing closer. Release your left hand. When you release your left hand, use your left hand, because we are splitting this hair into 3. Use your left hand to split this one first. When you use your left hand to split one of these, grab this first extension that is lying on your index finger. Bring it closer here. When you bring it closer, take your index finger. This is my index finger shaking. Have you seen it? Put it in between the natural hair and the middle of this extension. Now, you see, that is the second step. The next step is that your hands, your right hand is released. Then this is where most people have problem to secure this hair from the root. Watch my hands, inside my hands as you're watching it from the camera. So you now go ahead, take this hand and grab this hair, pull it to this point, Then you now secure it. Look at it. Make sure that it's secured but not too tight. At this point, making sure that it's held secured and not too tight. So when you plait it to this point, you're going to flip your hands. You flip your hands. When you flip your hands at this point, make sure that you use your extension, tucking in your natural hair. Take your extension and tuck in. What did you observe with this method? This method is automatically splitting your natural hair into 3 while you're installing it. And this is the one that most people have problem with when they are doing. It's absolutely simple. When I ask all the students to try the 6 method, some of the students, she's not here, Ifabuchi, the method that gets into her hand is this natural and traditional method. And she started using it. She can braid her hair now by herself. She can braid anybody's hair. She braid the fully braided mannequin hair. She sent me the pictures. I said, oh my God. So out of the 6 method, the one that gets into your hand is this. That is fine. So it can be applied to you as well. When you try the 6 method, I told you, choose the one that is friendly to you and go ahead and start braiding. So now, this one is the natural and traditional method, most used method. So now we are going to use our extension now to cover the natural hair. That is tucking in. Then you keep on braiding. You see, now that we have red extension, you're going to see that the hair now, when you're braiding now, automatically, you're not going to be seeing your natural hair. It's going to cover. What it does is that it makes your braid look very neat and more professional. Can everybody understand it? If you have not followed the account, what are you waiting for? Follow the account so that you can get notification. Anytime I'm live, you'll be able to come in and learn 1 or 2 things, which is going to help. Most students, you know how many students have graduated in this class? This is our online lesson. When they just come, they learn, they start doing their children's hair. Most of them are doing clients' hair now because they learned it online now. I can show you a hair that a mother, the mommy Sophia was here today. I don't know if she's sitting around. She sent me the video of the hair. She learned how to do hair online here, and now she could be able to do the hair very full. Even the hair she did now is more than even 60. Because I told her at first, when she's doing hair, start with about 35. She followed the rules and she learned very fast. The same thing will be applicable to you. So look at the method now. This method, these 3 methods you see now, they are the natural and traditional method. The first one is the one that you wrap around. The second one is the one that is this 2-strand method. This one is the natural and traditional method, the one that you go and grab from the root. And these other ones that we've done so far are the rubber band method. So we've done the 6 methods so far. Yes, mama. Yes, mama. Okay, mommy, so far you are here. I'm telling that I've been using your hair to give example to people that you started there and you follow the rules. She did 30 first when she was doing the children's hair. Later on, mommy, Sophie, that hair you did on your children is more than 60. It's even more than 60. Now, the more you braid hair, the better you become. The faster you become. You will not be getting tired. The more you do it, it will help you. So now this is the 6th method I'm showing online of how you can install your extension. So if you have any question at this point, please go ahead and ask me. If you want me to repeat any of the method, go ahead and let me know. Then if not, I'm going to show you, demonstrate how you can do the knotless braid. Most people want the knot, they love that name so much. But all I advise online, knotless braid is simple. Very, very simple to do. But the only thing, if you don't know how to braid, you cannot do knotless braid. You see, they put knotless and they put braid. At the end of the day, you're still braiding. So all you have to focus first is that learn how to braid. Then the names, they say boohoo braid, knotless braid, butterfly braid. Have you seen it? When I'm calling the name, there's braid at the end of it. All you have got to do is learn how to braid first. But the names are just the name and it's a style added to it. So if you have any question related to knowing how to braid and adding our extension, go ahead and tell me which of the method you want me to repeat. Is it the rubber band method or is it the natural and traditional method? Or do you want me to just go straight ahead and show you how to do the knotless braid? Put it on the comment section, then I'll follow accordingly. If you want me to repeat any of these lessons we've done so far, how to install your braid, please go ahead. Thank you so much, Jacqueline, for joining me. Thank you and God bless you. Let me know by putting on the comment section which of them do you want me to repeat. If you're clear enough with this, if you're clear enough, then we'll go ahead and I'll show you how to do a knotless braid. new here, please kindly repeat if you can the traditional and rubber band method. Okay, that's fine. So let's go ahead and repeat. Then the last thing we are going to do before we close this class today, I'm going to show you how to do knotless braid. Then you now find out that knotless braid is very, very simple. All you got to do is learn how to braid, master your braiding, be fast with your braiding skills. Then knotless braid is nothing. I'll explain to you. So now let's go ahead. I'm going to repeat two methods. Now I'm going to repeat the rubber band method, which is the middle one. Then I'll repeat the last method, which is the natural and traditional method. I'll repeat two. Then after I repeat two, then we'll now go into the knotless braid. That will be the end of our class today. So let's go ahead and tap. Make this support this live as much as you can. While I'm demonstrating, begin to tap. Share this to about 20 in your group. You don't know who you're going to help by coming to learn a skill, and support it. Check the gallery, what we needed. Support as much as you can, and God bless you for doing that. Let's give cheers to everybody supporting. So now let's go ahead now. I'm going to download this video. I did a video whereby you can be able to learn the simple way to split hair. That is what we use this hair to do. So if you want to watch the full video of this hair, you have it on, I think it's on YouTube and on this, but I'm going to make a comprehensive video, like about 3 or 4 minutes. I'll push it to TikTok as well, and I'll still send it to others to make it quicker. I'll send the video, I'll download the video, and I'll edit it. I'll send it how to simple part hair in a full way like this, so that as a beginner you'll be able to part your hair and start doing your hair confidently. You don't have to panic of anything. If you're in this class, you're good to go with everything. So now let's go ahead and do this method. This one method we are going to do is the rubber band method. If you're following me for the first time, you're highly welcome. If you're seeing this live for the first time, you're welcome. It's a very friendly class whereby you ask questions. If we still have time, we'll go ahead and answer the question. Thank you, Jess Pretty. God bless you for that. Thank you. So I really appreciate your support. I'm not taking anything for granted. Let's go ahead. I come to share my best here. So use the opportunity to get what you want, because at the end of the day, even if you're going into hair, you need to learn the skill of braiding. It will lead you to a lot of hair, a lot of things. Yes, I know what I'm saying. So now use the opportunity while you see it. So now I'm going to split this hair into two. When I split this hair into two, the hair, first thing is that you have your hair splitted. Always comb the hair. I explained this. When you're putting up any braids, comb it. This hair is even nice and fine. If it's this one, because next time I'm going to continue to use, this is what we use for the braids. I'm going to continue to use this one, because at the end of the day, to fully braid this, I'm going to show you how to end up the braid. All this braid, we did it online here for practice. Everything you're seeing here, this is what we use for practical. So tomorrow, we are going to use this one for our practical. So now we are using this one for the smaller braid, then we are using this one for the jumbo braid. So now you can choose to do any one if you want. Don't think that, okay, because it's small, you cannot do the jumbo one. You can still do it. It's the same method. So now we are going to split this hair into two after combing it. Split it into two. When you split the hair into two like this, the next step you're going to do, you're going to get your extension. This is the extension. So the extension you're using, I will explain. When you're, good afternoon, man. Now you're welcome to the live. When you're doing braids, please always make sure that the size of your braids are the same. Meaning that the size of your extension you're taking should be the same. It will give you the result of all your braid looking uniformed. Don't go and take one extension, jumbo. The next one is medium. The next one is micro. You start doing it on the hair. All the hair will be scattered riots, like size riot. No. It's a no. Then you just have to go ahead. Even if you're a beginner, make sure that braid you're starting to do, let the extension be the same size. It will make your braid now look uniform. Nobody will know that you're a beginner. First thing. But if you go ahead and do this one small, big, when they see that braid from afar, they say, this one is amateur. It's not started yet. It's just a beginner. But when you come to this class, I'll tell you the basic things and the things to do, and nobody will notice you're a beginner until you get perfect with this braiding. So now let's go ahead. We are going to split this hair into ratio 2:1. When we get this hair splitted into ratio 2:1, the one that is 2 times bigger will be on your left hand. The smaller one will be on the right hand. Take this one that is 2 times bigger, just place it somewhere. Just put it anywhere in your corner. Let's see if this one is equal, because we need it to be equal. We don't want one to be bigger than each other. When you split it into 3, it's supposed to be the same. Right, it's okay. Actual size. So now we are going to make sure that this hair is on the same level. Let's continue to tap and share the video. Share the video for about 20 people on your platform. You don't know who you're going to help to come and learn skills. Most people, we need skills these days. Even if it's not braiding skill, you might know how to do makeup. But at the end of the day, these two things, they work along to each other. If you're a braider, it will lead you into another opportunity for knowing how to make up. Because I did go to college now to learn how to do makeup, because I'm a braider. Because sometimes you do the hair, oh, the person say, oh, can you do makeup? You as well, opportunity, and you get what you want at the same time. So it leads you from one end to the other. If most people are makeup artists, it moves them into learning how to do hair as well. Do you know the reason why? When you, for instance, you go to do a bridal hair and makeup, when you do the bridal's makeup, they will ask you at the same time, if you know you can do hair, you can do both at the same time. They can just pay you at the same time to do both the hair and the makeup. So now let's go ahead and do this. Place this hair in the middle. Place it in the middle of this. When you place it in the middle of this hair that is splitted, what gel are you using? I didn't use gel on this hair, but I used to advise, if you want to use gel, you go ahead and use gel for any of your type. But normally when you're learning as a beginner, please do the hair naturally. Try and learn naturally. Then later, when you know how to braid, you start applying gel. The reason is that sometimes most clients might not like you to put gel on their hair. You still get to do the hair. Look at this hair that we did here. No gel, no nothing. This is how you see my braid. Even if you, as a client, you come to me, you don't want gel on your hair will still looking more perfect and neat, right? But then if you learn how to do hair with gel, which normally we do hair with gel, if you cannot do without gel. Even a client come now, oh, I don't want gel on my hair. Go and try your hair. You see that it will not be smooth because you're mastered using gel. So learn how to do this hair without gel. Then when you know how to do it, apply gel to it. It will give you extra neatness. That is what my advice is. So now we are going to go ahead and get the rubber band. Can you see the rubber band? This is the rubber band we are using. Don't go and buy this fat, long rubber band. This is a tiny rubber band. They come in different colors and different colors. So, but hey, gorgeous queen, best braider teacher on TikTok. Thank you so much, Kama. God bless you. God bless you. That is it. I'll tell you the right thing. If I'm out here, I'm out here. If I'm talking, I'm talking. I'll just tell you the best thing to do, and it's true. Learn without this thing, because now I can braid, I can go anywhere. Somebody say, oh, I don't want gel on my hair. I'll braid your hair and it will look perfect. If you want the gel, we'll add it. It's extra more beauty. So that is it. So now look at the hair. Open this. Place this one in the middle. When you put it in the middle, you close it. When you close it, take your rubber band. This is the rubber band. Most people are running away from this rubber band method. You will still get to meet this rubber band method. By the time you're doing jumbo braid and it's so big, just go ahead and use rubber band method. It's the same thing. It doesn't break your hair. It's the same thing. Go ahead and secure this hair with a rubber band in the middle. If you have children that cry a lot, you're really an awesome teacher. I'm doing locks and braid on myself for the first time soon, you see. Thank you so much, my love. Thank you. So now let's go ahead and secure this hair. Yes, when you secure this hair with a rubber band in the middle, if you have baby children, and if you want to learn with your children hair, and you know that you want to learn with their hair, please don't do natural and traditional method on their hair. Thank you so much, Kama. God bless you. Thank you so much. I can see you. Thank you for the gift. Thank you so much, and God bless you. I really appreciate it. So now go ahead and secure this hair in the middle. When you secure it with the rubber band in the middle, you exhaust it, leave it like that. You know what? Even with this one, you can do hair on your hair. This method, you can do jumbo hairstyle on your hair. You will look perfect and beautiful as a beginner. Thank you so much for the gift. God bless you all for your support. So go ahead now. What you're going to do, go ahead and split this hair into two, push it on both sides. When you move it on both sides, what is done, it will secure the hair, not too tight. Because if you're dragging this hair too much, it's going to make the roots of the hair too tight. Not too tight. We don't want it too tight. All we want is just secure it to last you for 4 to 8 weeks, not raising the brain of the person. So now, when you do that, the next step you're going to do, bring this extension down. You bring it down. Make sure they're on the same level. Look at it. When they are like this, the hair is already halfway braided. And simple method to get into braiding. And if you join my class for the first time and you've not braided before, go and try it now. You start braiding. The videos are there. Go and watch them. You start and make it very simple in a way that you don't have to panic when braiding. Most people know how to braid. They are scared of adding extension. Don't be scared. Go and try this method. So now, after doing this method, what you're going to do now, you're going to take your right. This is my left hand. This is my left hand, right? Go ahead. Let me move it closer so that we can be seeing it. When I'm doing hair online, as you're watching, be watching my hands. Go straight and be watching my hand. You getting what I'm doing. So that when you're doing your own, you'll be able to do it. Take your left hand, hold it like this. Thumb and index finger. Place the middle of this hair here. Hold it with your thumb and your index finger like this. You see? You're not going to be dragging this hair from the root or anything. So when you hold this with your thumb and index finger, if you're a right-handed person, you start with your right hand. If you're a left-handed person, start with your left hand immediately. So because you are my right-handed person, I'm going to go ahead and start. Another explanation, if you're doing a rubber band method, all the natural hair tends to be in the middle. Don't worry, I'll explain better. So now just leave it this way. Start, because I'm a right-handed person, I'll take it from my right hand into the left. Look at it, into. I can now secure it with my pinky finger. Then you go ahead, take it from your left hand again, bring it into your right hand. You see that this hair is simple to do. Who will tell me now that they cannot do this method? Who will tell me that you cannot braid in this method? Secured roots, everything is secure. Then what I'm going to tell you, because at this point, as a beginner, if I tell you now to start splitting this hair into other hair, it's going to unravel from your hands. I don't want it to unravel. Just take your extension now and cover this hair nicely and start braiding your hair. When you get to know how to braid, you can now split this hair. Make sure, and when you're covering this hair with this rubber band method, it's called tucking in. You just cover it, you just gradually start braiding your hair in, braid it in. See, if you have children, go and try this method, do their hair for the first time. You will see that the child will be so happy. Mommy, thank you for doing my hair. I love you. That's what they will say. And because this rubber band method is not painful. It's not painful, and it will help you to be able to get used to braiding, be fast with your braiding. If you're not used to braiding like this, it will help you to practice it. Now you're now moving gradually to the natural and traditional method. So now I'm going to finish this and show you the result of this hair that we've done so far. Then we'll now move on to the natural and traditional method, the last one. This is a repeat. We've done it before. Wow, I'm learning. Thank you so much. Can you see? Have you seen this braiding? Secured, not too tight, but nice. When you gradually start with this method, see, when you start with this method, so I'm doing the two methods now that is you can use as a beginner. Go and start with this method. Then the next one is the natural and traditional method, which most of us are running away from. I've done 6 methods today. I'm just repeating only 2. So let's go ahead and tap. We'll stop tapping. Are we working? Please tap, so that we can be able to enjoy this life. They will not restrict us from the life. Thank you so much, and God bless you. Bring your phone out. You're 75 of us. Let's tap into it, please. God bless you for doing that. Thank you so much. So now I'm going to show you how to do this is just a repeat. Normally I do 6 methods. I do 3 methods. These 3 methods from the natural and traditional method. Then this other 3 methods from the these 3 methods from the rubber band method, these 3 methods for the natural and traditional method. What we are doing is a repeat now. Somebody say repeat the rubber band and repeat the natural and traditional method. So we'll go ahead and do that. When I repeat this at this point, then I can now show you how to do knotless braid. So by this time of the day, you've known how to braid, then doing the knotless braid won't be a problem. People love knotless braid. I'm going to teach you here knotless braid. There will come a day when I'll come to the class, we'll just do knotless braid all through. then we'll go. But all I'm interested in, learn how to braid first, because you need to know how to braid. It's not everybody that will like knotless braid. Even with the knotless braid these days, most people hair, they have thin hair. Even if they want to do knotless braid, you have to add up a little bit of extension. If you don't know how to take it from the root, how are you going to continue your knotless braid? Thank you so much, everyone. God bless you. So now, the last one we are going to do is the natural and traditional method that you are going to hold your extension on one hand. I'm not going to explain this now because I've explained it before. I'll just go straight ahead and hold the extension on one hand. But if you want me to explain how to hold the extension on one hand again, put it on the comment section. But if you know you just understand, it's just something simple. Split the hair on 2:2:1, cross it. When you cross it, you just go ahead and do this. It doesn't take you time if you know how to do it. It's very simple. If I start explaining this, how to hold this on one hand, it would take us like 1 minute. But if you just go ahead and do this, most people, they know how to place it like this, and they start doing the hair. It works for them. But me, I don't do that too. This is what I have always known how to do, to hold my extension on one hand. Thank you so much, Nare Angie. God bless you. So now, if you want me to show you again how to hold extension on one hand, say yes on the comment section. If not, let's move on and install the hair. If not, let me see if anybody want me to explain again. But if not, you can still watch it from the video. Now, I'm not seeing anything on the comment section yet. It means go ahead. It means go ahead, really. Okay, let's go ahead now. Let's go ahead. So now I'm going to be holding this hair. Yeah, okay, I should explain. Okay, thank you so much. Let's continue to tap while you're watching me install the hair. Some people say install, some people say learn. Okay, for the sake of those people that doesn't know how to do it, let's do it for them. Let's do it for them. So now you have your extension ratio 2:1, cross it. When you cross it to this side, it's going to be like this. So when you're holding it, this is my right hand, thumb and index finger. Hold this first one with your thumb and index finger. This is my left hand, thumb and index finger. Hold the other strand with your thumb and index finger. This is your 3 supporting hand. Hold it this way. When you hold it this way, don't let it wobble. You see it? It's firm. You now go ahead and place your middle finger like this. Then you turn this hand, turn your right hand. When you're turning your right hand, what will come out is your index finger. So when it comes out, it's like this. You're holding the hair on one hand. Then you now go ahead and install it. So now let's go ahead and install this braid. This is natural and traditional method. I sent in the video of that hair, this method this morning. So you can go ahead and watch it. Go ahead. And when you're going to install this hair, what you're going to do, take this one as you're holding it on one hand, the way it's open. Go ahead and hold it on one side. Use your left hand, split this hair, section this hair. Now that you section this hair, take one out of it. Go ahead and grab this one, bring it to the side. Then you take your index finger, this is my index finger, place it in between this one. See my index finger coming out. You're separating the natural hair and the distance. Then you now leave your hand. Go ahead now and secure it. This is where people have problem to secure this hair to the root. You now go ahead and secure this hair very well to the root. You plait it a little bit. Then you now flip your hands. I'm going to be flipping my hands now, because we're not continuing to be doing that. So when you flip your hands, you're not going to be using your extension now to cover your natural hair. Can you see it? Let's remove all these ones that is covering it. Use your extension and cover your natural hair. Then you start braiding. Can you see it? It's called tucking in. Then you start braiding. If you want to try it, I sent in a video this morning, the same natural and traditional method. Yesterday, I sent in a video for, I think it's the rubber band method I sent in. So all those ones, you can see that 4-minute videos that you can just watch and practice at home. All you need is to get your training head and mannequin hair. If you have not gotten it yet, go ahead and get it from TikTok shop. Get your training head. It's very, very important. No matter how, get it, because no matter the style that is coming, if you have your training head, you're going to be trying different styles. If you know how to braid already, all these basic things, if you know how to braid, the styles comes in, you just watch it once and you switch into the styles and start doing it. That is just it. If you know how to cornrow, it will help you. I'm practicing on my head with the elastic. Oh, okay. Please, when you finish, let's see it, please. When we finish the class, be quick on it on the camera. I want other people to see that you can do it. So now this is it. We've installed it. Can you see it? Natural and traditional method. All the hair is being installed. So now let's go ahead. I'm going to show you how to do knotless braid. If you want to learn, let's go ahead and practice this. Every time I come online now, I'll be trying to do 1 or 2 knotless braid. For people that are interested with the knotless braid, let them learn as well. Maybe that it will make them happy. Because now, for this one, let's go ahead and take this one for the knotless braid. So I'm going to get extension. Let me grab extension that we're going to be using for the knotless braid. 1 minute. We're going to get extension. Let's go ahead. Tap, 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 tap. Let's do 1 or 2 knotless braids. Then that is it for the class for the day. For the day. Then we'll see another day. Let's see if this one is okay. Let me comb it. Yes. Let's brush the extension that we're going to be using. So knotless braid is a braid whereby most people is a painless braid. Even if you do the braid the same day, you can be able to pack your hair very well. It's not going to be painful. The reason is that you started braiding the hair without the extension. Most people, you don't have the tension of the extension on your hair, just starting with your natural hair. So now let's go ahead. Let me show you. This is the hair you're going to be working with when we're doing the knotless braid. This is it, right? So the sectioning of the hair is you're going to be building it up. It depends on the size of the braids that you want. Let's go ahead and take this one. Let's take this one as our first extension. Look at it. I'm going to line it up on the chair or on a rack because I'm the only one here now. So I'm going to do that. Take the next one and put it. There are different ways to do knotless braid. I'm going to do 2 methods on one hair. 2 methods of inserting it on one hair. Then later on, I'm going to try and send in the videos of how you can do knotless braid, different extensions. Let's start from this side and build it up. I'll be taking it from the beginning like this. Then we'll now add up a little bit. I'm showing you, just maybe you want it more bigger or you still want to just add it. Let's take it. We're doing medium size. Add 1 more, and let's see how it's going to look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6. So now this is the hair we're going to be working with. Go ahead and watch my hands while I'm doing this knotless braid for you. There are different methods of doing knotless braid. Let's go ahead and install with this one. This is the hair you're going to working with. Go ahead and lose it and comb it. So when you comb it, you do your normal braids now. That is why you need to learn how to do braid. If you don't know how to do braid, you cannot do this. So you go ahead and split this hair into 3. Your normal braiding. When you split this hair into 3, you go ahead and braid this hair down a little bit. This is your natural hair, right? For those that want to put a shining jam, they would have put the shining jam before they start. You braid it to this point. Go ahead and pick this one extension. Look at it. The first method is, look at it. You take it like this. Look at the hair, the way I'm holding it. You go ahead and place it right there in between your thumb and index finger. You hold it. You install the first one. You take the next one. Look at the next one. Do the same. See your thumb and index finger. Place it at that place. You go ahead and grab it. Bring it this way. Do this. The third one, you take it the same way. I do the third one. Put it, look at my hands. Place it there. Then you plait it. At this point, I'm going to be bringing this hair down this way. Can you see? When I'm bringing this hair down, the next one I'm going to do, look at me. Look at the hair. Place it like this in between. Can you see? You go the first one. I'm using 2 methods now to do this knotless braid, because this method I'm using, you can easily use them for each to do your braids. Then you take the next one and grab it in between here. You see the way I started this hair? You place it, and that is it. then you start braiding up your hair. Can everybody see it? I'm going to show you what the result is now. But even if you're doing braid or you're doing knotless braid, always tuck in. Take your extensions and cover the natural hair. You go ahead and cover the natural hair. I'm going to show you. The difference between knotless braid and a braid is that you started this hair with your natural hair. And when you're flipping the hair, it's going to be easy to be moving. It's not going to be hurting your scalp when you're doing it. I'm going to show you the result of it now. Let's braid this hair a bit down. Okay, result. Have you seen the difference? Have you seen your knotless braid? Have you seen your braid? This is the normal braid. This is knotless braid. You see how it started from the, you use your normal natural hair to start this hair. Then you start adding extension, building it up to the size. This is my medium. If you want the size to be more, you can add more hair to it. Can you see the difference? This is your normal braid. This is your knotless braid. So please put on the comment section. Does it make sense? Did you grab anything out of it? Please communicate, because I just find out when you're communicating, it will be easier for me. Put it on the comment section, please. Put on the comment section if you understand what I've just done now, and if you see the difference between knotless braid and normal braids. Put it on the comment section. Nobody's writing today. Is everybody cooking in the kitchen? We know it's mothers now. Maybe we'll be cooking and be watching because everybody's quiet now. So now let's go ahead. That's the reason why I say, okay, I don't do more than even 2 hours, except he's really busy on that day. So let's go ahead. Do you understand this? Who asked me to do knotless braid? Please put it on the comment section if you get it. I'm betting, oh mama, you see. Please make sure you share the video, mom. Thank you so much. You see, I will share the video for you guys. See, that is mothers for you. Now, some people are rushing, bathing, watching the TV. I really appreciate it. No problems. So now let's even come. If you have any question, let me start sending invitation to us. Very difficult. Mommy, Sophie. It's not difficult though. That is what everybody say they want to do now. And I ask people to learn how to braid first. If you know how to braid, this is going to be easy. If you don't know how to braid, it's not going to be easy. The name is Nine, not less. I've tried it now. I have the video already, but I'm going to send comprehensive videos of how you can do it. So that when you stay at your point whereby your mind is coming down, bring your mannequin training head extension and start manipulating it on top of it. You get it. Let me show it again. See the knotless braid. You see how thin it starts from the beginning. This is our normal braid. Most times, people that like this braid is if you have a bulky hairstyle, if you have natural hair. I like the rubber band method. Okay, now we are back to the beginning again. You see, everybody have their choice. Like I have my kids there. When I do their hair, the first time I did knotless braid on her, she asked for the second time now. The first time I did the knotless, said, Mommy, my hair is just so scant, like I didn't do hair. Because when you do normal braid, it gives you more weight when you're packing the hair than knotless braid. Because knotless braid is a bit light on the knot. When you pack it up, it's a bit light underneath. So when you do braid like this, when you pack it up, you see that the hair is full. So for most people that have scanty hair, knotless braid is not an idea really. It will look as if you didn't even do the hair. But these days, we add up extension to start with, just to give that hair a little bit of a balance before you can start it. So now, let me send more invitation. If you have anything to say, if you have any contribution, let's contribute for like 10 minutes to 11 minutes before we call it a day. Getting ready to go and pick the children. I'm just sending everything at random. If you want to say something, just accept it. It's fine. 10 minutes talk. Let's go ahead and discuss student to student. For everyone doing any practical, if you want to show us, please go ahead and show it to us. It will encourage other people to know that they can learn online. Yes. Okay, now let's go ahead. Leslie Walker, we'll start with you, please. Please go ahead and say something if you want to. This, I want to try it on my baby, and she does not cry when she makes her hair. Please, I love to have the elastic. Okay, yes, go ahead and do the elastic. Elastic is easy now. That an elastic braid is not painful. I've done the video is there. Click on my, you know, where on my page now you see the picture. Click on that picture. It's going to take you fully where my videos is. You see the first 2 or 3 videos, you get the rubber band method. Well explained. 4 minutes, 40 seconds video on one. Very from the beginning to the end. So just follow the method, you're going to get it. They are sent in natural and traditional method today. So it's about 2 minutes and something plus video. Go ahead and watch. When you want to do your practical, just watch it. Simple and it's well explained. And make sure that the way I'm explaining it is easier for you to just install it and you're good to go. Let's go ahead. Leslie Walker 580. Please talk to us, please. Okay, we can't hear you, ma. Leslie.
Okay. Hi.
Hello, good afternoon, ma.
The lady that's doing the
Oh, go ahead, please. Go ahead and talk to us. Go ahead and talk to her. You don't have anything to say. That's fine. Let's move to Mommy Sophie.
Oh, no, I'm a lock stylist, but I wanted to add an extra skill under my belt. So that's the reason why when I when I saw you on the page, I went and started looking because I want to learn how to braid. My grip is a little loose, and I want to learn how to tighten my grip up when I'm doing braiding.
Yes. So then it's you get the video. So as much as we're coming to the class, just follow the account. If you have not followed me on my YouTube, go ahead and do that, or Facebook, so that anytime I come on live, you'll be able to see me. When we are doing it, you just watch my hands closely, and the videos are there too for you to watch. Before you know it, you start getting it.
Okay.
Do you understand it, ma?
Yes, I do. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you so much. God bless. Let's give her cheers for that. Mommy Sophie, oh yeah, go ahead, mommy. I know you want to talk about. Good afternoon, ma. How are you, ma?
Fine, thank you.
Mommy Sophie, let me let them know you, because I was talking about you yesterday. You weren't here. Is it yesterday evening or day before yesterday? Let me show you
I don't even know.
Let me show you the hair Mommy Sophie did.
On Monday.
Oh yeah, now where is the picture? You've not seen the pictures.
Okay, if I send it for you now, can you see Nana?
Okay, and I can show it. You want me to show the first one you sent to me, or you can send me maybe tomorrow. Send me that one later. I'll still use it to give example.
Okay, I will send you that one later.
And let's show this one so that they can know you, because I'm showing them the hair you did already.
Okay.
Mommy Sophie started learning hair, and she followed the rules. She started braiding this hair using like 30 braid first. Now look at what Mommy Sophie have done so far. Let me open my own camera to make it bigger. Let's open my own. Okay, now see Mommy Sophie that is speaking. She's the one that did this hair for her daughter. Can everybody see it? You see?
Oh, wow.
She started with just 30 braids. Before you know it, where's the full video? So let me see. Look whether I'll see the full video where the girl is carrying the hair. Oh, this is where she started. Look at the hair where she started it. She learned this hair online so that it will encourage us that we can do these things.
Yes, yes.
The more you practice, the better you become. She started with few braids, like about 30. Now, Mommy braided, your hair is now more than 30 now. Maybe it's about more than 65 now that you put on the kids' hair. So she's from.
It take me all day. It take me all day.
Don't worry. Yes.
I don't know if I'm going to be fast, learn fast. I don't know.
Mommy, you're already fast already, Mommy Sophie. You know the reason why? The more you do this hair, the lesser time it will take you. Before, you used to do 30 braids, now you did 65, it took you all day. Now the next time you're going to do it, it's going to take you like about 5 to 6 or 7 hours to do it, because you know. Yes, yes, it will. It will.
With what my daughter were even asking me, Mommy, if somebody asks you to do it here, can that person just stay all day to do it?
You know that I used to teach it online here, that the more you practice, the better you become. Mommy Sophie, because you're doing your children's hair, doesn't mean that you have to wait until they loosen that hair before you practice. You have your training head, right?
Oh, I just ordered it.
Now, when you order that hair, when they are in school and you're not doing their hair, you don't have anything to do in class, you keep practicing. Look at this hair now. It's not, we are doing this hair online here now.
Yes.
We'll fully braid this hair, Mommy, and I want to see your fully braided mannequin hair. Because if Abuji send me her own, like the way you have, get a mannequin like this, start braiding hair. You want to learn how to be fast. Start splitting the hair, braiding it like this. When you finish all the hair, you will see how your speed is going to increase. Definitely. Then when you finish, you now gradually loosen the hair. That is when you have started. These ones I use for training online. When I finish braiding this hair, I'm going to teach you guys how to end up the tip of the braid. After that, then I will start taking this hair off. I don't cut it though. I will now take it one after the other out. Then we'll now start using the mannequin training head again.
Okay.
So now you're doing well with your children's hair, but to help you with your speed, go and still get your training head. When they are at school and you're not doing their hair, you have time. Start practicing with your training hair for your speed now. You can even time yourself. You say 1 minute. Put 1 minute on your phone on. Let me see if I can braid this hair for 1 minute. You start the first one. You see how many minutes it took you to braid one full hair like this. Then the next one, you try again. You see how long it's going to take you. From there, before you know it, less than 1 minute, you'll be able to finish one braid.
Okay, ma.
Do you understand?
Yes, ma. Yes, thank you.
So it's going to help. So for the knotless braid, I want you to go and try that. When you get your mannequin training hair, you're going to try the knotless braid.
The way I didn't even understand it at all. The way you even want to do it.
Mommy Sophie, don't worry. Don't worry. That is why I said for those ones that are beginning, I don't come straight away to start doing knotless braid. No. If you know, if the way you are now, the more, because you just started braiding, the more you get into braiding and you're more professional, this knotless braiding will not be a problem for you. People that are asking about this knotless braid is most people that have known how to braid. They want to just change.
How to braid.
Yes, that is the reason why I just send it on the video. I said go and watch the video for those that knows how to braid. But the beginners class, for them to learn how to braid first, I do something every time that will help the students here to learn how to install the braiding and get used to their speed. This is the thing I used to say online. But for the knotless braid, if you know how to braid very, very well and you're happy with your skill and the time and the speed, knotless braid is not a problem. You see, we just did it now. Yes. Please, I need the link for the... Okay, send me, Mimi, Bibi, please send me a message on my bio. Just send me a message on my bio. I'm going to do that. I'm going to send you the link. You just go ahead. Get your training head. I only gave one exemption for mothers that are learning. If you know that you want to do rubber band method on your children's hair, go ahead and do it. But apart from that, please go and get your training head. Because if you're trying to do the rubber band method, you're not pulling the child's hair. You're not pulling the child's hair. You're just going to install the hair, hold it with rubber band, then you start braiding. The child will not feel any pain because you're not pulling their hair. But if you're doing anything apart from that rubber band method, please go and get a training hair to learn as a beginner. Because the more you want to do natural and traditional method on that child's hair, you're pulling the person's hair. Even a normal person, they will not want you to touch their hair. Yes, because it will be so painful because you're trying to make sure that the roots of the hair is secured. On that process, yes, you're pulling the person's hair. But if you have your mannequin, they will not feel pain. Mommy Sophie, another thing is that we are in the class all the time. That is the reason why I say get your mannequin. And this is generally to everybody that is listening to me. Mommy Sophie method, method she used in doing her children hair is the wrapping round method, which is this one.
Yes, it's the
Yes.
wrapping one. Yes.
This one. But Mommy Sophie, and I want you, because you're learning, you're used to that
Yes.
method, I want you to do natural and traditional method. Because now we are building you up. You don't know that in future, now when the kids grow, you start taking clients. So most people will not like you to wrap their hair around. They will say, okay, use the natural.
It's true.
So if you get your training head, you don't just limit yourself to this one style. That is the reason why I'm showing everybody 6 methods of how to get into braiding. When you know how to braid and you're collecting your money from this braiding, you come and appreciate Grace. Grace did well by showing her 6 methods, because different people come with their different methods. Some will just say, oh, do this one for me. That is what I want. And you just be there as a braider. You say you learn how to braid. You cannot do another method. Why? You see the reason? Okay. So this 6 method I'm putting up out here is learn how to do the 6 method. Choose one of fit that you will be braiding with. In the course of learning, you will get to that point whereby you start training people. You will now know that you start doing people's hair. You now notice that you need those 6 methods. Because there are some hair you need to do, you use the rubber band method to do it. There are some hair that will come, is the crochet you need to do it with. Do you understand? Okay. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
So I want to see when you order for your this thing, get it and let's see your mannequin training head, so that you can be able to learn other methods. Learn these 6 methods. It will help you. She knows how to do this one method now. This one is wrapping around. She's a professional on that one now. If you wake her up from the sleep now, she will do it for you. But other methods, and she's been here doing 6 methods. She's only doing 1. Okay, Mommy Sophie, we have to learn all of them, because the more you do for your children, it will get to a point where you start taking more clients now. It's more than...
Because the other time I tried to use the rubber band method.
Yeah.
But later, they were seeing the rubber band this side.
Yes.
It show.
Normally the rubber band, you learn, the rubber band method is simple though. The one I'm even talking about is the 3 methods concerning natural and traditional method. Do you know that the rubber band method, even a new timer today who can do it, they can braid with it. Do you understand? So when you learn the 6 method, these 3 methods that are related to the natural and traditional method, know how to do them, because clients will come, they'll think, oh, I don't want this wrapping around. Most people will just tell you that I want you to secure my hair from the roots. You just go ahead. But as a braider, if you know how to do all that, you don't need to argue now. You don't need to start preaching, because you know how to do it. You say, sit down. Just tell me the style and the length you want. You start doing the hair.
Okay, ma.
So what I'm saying now is applicable to everybody, not only Mommy Sophie. The only thing is that Mommy Sophie always come out here to tell us her own mind, explain how her own experience. Then we use her experience to teach other people. Most people have the same question you have, but they are not bold enough to say, okay, this is my question, or come up line. But then when I'm explaining your own, they are really getting the message from it.
Okay, ma.
So thank you so much, and God bless you all. Apart from this, if we don't have any other contribution, we'll see on our next class. If you're watching me and you're just listening to me, you've not followed the account, go ahead and follow the account. Put a notification button, click on it. It's going to notify you that when I'm live, so that you can be able to learn something, learn a skill. Somebody was saying today that I did my hair on my hair. Please, does she want to show us? Is it who one of the students here now said I'm doing my hair? Do you want to show us what you have done so far? Let me see. Let me see if I can get her name now. I don't know. Oh. She said she's trying to. Anyway, if we can't get her now, we'll just leave it until she will be able to show us. I'm still practicing. Okay, that's fine. No problem. Keep practicing. She's laughing as well. Keep practicing. One day you're going to be able to show that this is what you've done so far. Go ahead and practice. It will help. They say practice, they say makes perfect. Even the way we are teaching, we are still learning. Normally, you see all this method I'm teaching you. It's only one method I used before. When I start teaching, I now find out that most of the method that other people are using, they are still simple. So everything is learning. It's just part of it. In case you come across any style that you have to do with that, you'll be able to jump into it and start doing it immediately. You're not thinking, oh, how am I going to do this? Yes, thank you so much, and God bless you all for joining the class. And
Thank you, ma.
yes, I really appreciate. And for those that have supported this
God
live
bless you.
today, please, anytime you come to the live class, please support the live. And I really appreciate everyone that support by tapping, by sharing, by gifting. I really, anywhere that money and the effort came from, may the Lord replenish it for you all in Jesus' name. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. See you on my next class. Yes, the time for the classes are 12 p.m. UK time to 2 p.m. UK time, or 5 p.m. UK time to 7 p.m. UK time. So watch out and get notification on it. Thank you, and God bless you all. See you on my next class, and bye for now. Bye, everyone. Thank you so much, YouTube, for everyone watching. I really appreciate you guys. Chinedu Anozie, my sister, is even here. Thank you so much for watching. Alessa, Rihanna, thank you so much. Kate, Blavo, thank you so much. Brooklyn, thank you so much. And see you on my next class. For every other person, if you have not subscribed to my channel, go ahead and subscribe now. Share the videos and we'll grow together. Thank you, and God bless you. Bye. Thank you so much, Facebook. Thank you.